Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I yield myself 3 minutes.
The gentleman is recognized for 3 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, what you're about to hear from our Republican friends for the next 30 minutes is the following: a mixture of theology and science fiction. And then they're going to take you to revisionist history. This is the most regressive piece of tax legislation that has come from the Ways and Means Committee in the 25 years that I've been a member. This is not about simplification. When you have a chance to look at the phase-ins and the phase-outs, you'll be passed out by the time that they get to the expiration dates. They say it's about simplicity. It was going to be on a postcard. You're going to need to carry a billboard around with you to understand what's in this actual bill. And here's the best part: when Secretary Mnuchin said, Mr. Speaker, that under no circumstances would people at the top get tax relief. Well, I guess if you're formally in the 39.6 tax bracket, which is summarily lowered to 37%, that's dressed up as no tax relief for people at the very top. But then again, to help out with their argument, then they double the exemption on the estate tax, which will go from $11 million to $22 million. The people at the bottom in this, they're going to argue everybody gets a tax cut. Well, here's where we go to revised history. In 2001, President Bush said everybody gets a tax cut. The federal budget of $1.3 trillion included a tax cut for everybody. The people at the bottom got $100, and the people at the top got hundreds of thousands of dollars. And this is a creative replay of exactly what happened. And then, in 2003, they came back and cut taxes again for people at the very top and blew a huge hole in the federal deficit, which had been estimated at the time, after Clinton left on January 19th of 2001, to project surpluses of $5.6 trillion over the next 10 years. Instead, the federal deficit mounted to $6.1 trillion. So here's the simplicity of their proposal today. They are borrowing $2.3 trillion to give a tax cut to people at the very top of American society. That is not in dispute. In addition to borrowing the money, recall that the Federal Reserve Board says that they're projecting already 3 increases next year in interest rates. We don't know what this is going to look like by the time that they get done. But this today is more about ideology than it is about public policy. Think of it this way as well. This was done in 1 month. 1 single month, the entire revenue system of the United States is being transformed. Not one public— I yield myself an additional minute, Mr. Speaker.
Additional 1 minute.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Not one public hearing was held on this bill. And when they say today, oh, we had 5 years of public hearings, we did not have one hearing on this bill. Not one. No witness testimony was sought. No committee was convened for the purpose of a hearing. And then we went to conference where we were all granted an opening statement, and we got to question the nonpartisan director of joint tax. Mr. Speaker, more than anything else today, this is a missed opportunity where both sides could have accomplished something great for the American people. And I reserve the balance of my